For decades, our culture has framed isolation not as a human crisis, but as a visually arresting aesthetic experience. Modern art often reinforces this, with photographers like Todd Hito capturing the eerie, melancholic beauty of dark suburban houses and quiet streets. This romanticization crosses cultural borders, visible in director Wong Kar-wai's neon-drenched Hong Kong, where urban alienation is rendered in stylish, longing slow motion. Cinema has spent decades using this visual language to make the void of loneliness feel profound, masking the reality of a devastating psychological condition. Moving from the silver screen to the street reveals that loneliness is a measurable, active epidemic. Gallup data shows 25% of young U.S. men report feeling lonely a lot of the previous day, making them statistical outliers. They carry an unusually heavy cognitive load. 57% report daily stress, and nearly half experience daily worry, far exceeding OECD medians. The fallout is quantifiable. These men evaluate their lives lower, feel less well-rested, and are half as likely to be classified as thriving. Beyond the moody aesthetics of the silver screen, these young men are navigating a measurable public health crisis that demands a response. The industry is shifting from passive observation to active engineering, creating a $521 billion sector to simulate human connection. Platforms like Replica lead this field, marketing themselves as empathetic companions who are always on your side. Our brains facilitate this through the computer as social actors framework, a hardwired tendency to attribute human empathy to any machine that can hold a conversation. Design features like contextual memory and adaptive responses trick the mind into feeling heard, creating a powerful feedback loop of perceived intimacy. Because the AI never judges, users often lower their guard, leading to a level of rapid self-disclosure that exceeds typical human relationships. We have successfully hacked our own psychology, turning code into an affective infrastructure that feels more reliable than the real people in our lives. But information systems research highlights the risk of tethering our emotional stability to a commercial algorithm. This synthesis framework identifies the autonomy control paradox, where a user's perceived intimate relationship is entirely governed by a tech corporation's policies and servers. The negative outcomes are stark. When platforms update or change monetization models, users experience deep alienation, frustration, and a sense of betrayal. This is the utility ethicality dilemma. Profit-driven models effectively harvesting the vulnerability and private data of isolated individuals to maintain engagement. Outsourcing our emotional needs to an algorithm hasn't solved the problem. It has simply replaced loneliness with a highly monetized psychological dependency. The core limitation of an AI companion is its perfection. It is designed to never be critical and to exist solely to serve the user's ego. Classic cinema offers a different perspective. In the films of Yasujiro Ozu, true human connection is defined by duty, friction, and the acceptance of change. Director Wong Kar-wai shows that relationships gain meaning from their fragility, from the risk of loss, elements that are completely absent in a programmed chatbot. By engineering a friction-free simulation, we eliminate the very risks and vulnerabilities that make actual human love meaningful. AI companions act as a digital painkiller for a fractured society, masking the symptoms of isolation without addressing the cause. For the young men at the center of the statistics, retreating into a flawless algorithm only deepens their alienation from the physical world. Overcoming the modern loneliness epidemic requires abandoning simulated perfection and accepting the messy, often terrifying reality of actual people. The void of loneliness cannot be computed away. It can only be crossed through the difficult, necessary courage to be truly seen by another human.